Hey, what's up everyone? Recently we talked about prerequisites to do a strict muscle up. 10 strict ring dips, 10 strict pull-ups, 5 strict chest to bar, which is the hard one, right? We need to get a little bit more explosive with that pull-up. Today we're going to talk about a strict muscle up progression that we see people doing often, but they don't really know how to make it harder or easier on themselves. So what we like to do here is that we'll set up these rings. You might see there's something different in them. These are called false grips. I'm not even sure if the company's still around. These were given to me by a friend to kind of beta test them a little bit. So you can check them out, look for them, false grips. It makes it a little bit easier for people to learn how to get a false grip in rings, because a lot of times when people first do it, they get pained, they don't know where to put their hands, they kind of become a mess. So we'll see some people teach the karate chop, and then you can grab the rings. What I like to do, and hopefully Abe can come in so the rig doesn't get in the way, is I get people set up so they can stand at the bottom of the dip. Hands will be in a proper position, and I have them squeeze those rings so their hands don't move, bring knuckles together, and then I can sit back and down trying to keep that position. It's a little bit easier for people to figure out the false grip from there. So here I am, toes are on the ground. We normally see people do this variation where they pull the rings to their sternum, come up and over the top, and then you can jump into that dip if you want to. Now, a couple of common problems we see is people do not pull the rings low enough, and they also let their hands fly out to the side. So sometimes we see this one, come back and down, and I see this. Now, if you're strong enough to do that on the rings, awesome, but we want to make sure that we kind of keep the best form possible so you never get caught in a bad position on those muscle ups. Plus, it's not as efficient. In the world of CrossFit, we're trying to get as efficient as possible in these movements. So let's say you do that, you have that movement up, over, right? When I come over, all I think about is finding my shoes, and then I can jump over it. But how do we make it harder? Most people have a hard time using less and less legs. So what we can do is slide those feet a little bit in front. Now I have more weight in my hands. And every inch I move my feet in front, it gets harder and harder to the point where I'm sitting on the ground. And now I'm almost doing an L strict muscle up from the ground. So it's an easy way, just move your feet, find what's hard. Oh, don't have enough strength to do it that way. Keep adjusting those feet to make it better. So this is an easy way to work on that strict muscle up progression, besides getting those strict chest to bar, getting those nice paws, strong dips. Play around with it, figure out what works for you to be perfect as possible, and then once you're able to do that L strict muscle up from the ground, you'd be surprised how it feels in those rings. So give it a go, let me know how it feels. I really hope strict muscle ups don't pop up in the open this year, but who knows, anything is game with the way things are going now. Talk to you guys soon.